Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Friday. It's good to be back with all of you once again. Although the connection here in Morocco is kind of iffy and I may lose it, I wanted to welcome one of our phenomenal brand ambassadors and artists, Ashley. Ashley is from Idaho. Ashley's been kind enough on many occasions to take over the hosting when I couldn't, and I appreciate that so much, Ashley. And today we get to see some beautiful work from her. So, Ashley, welcome.
Thank you, John. I'm so happy to be here and in another capacity. How about that?
Awesome. So I guess we'll see some of your slide
Yeah.
work, Ethel.
Yes, let's do this slideshow. There we go. Mm-mm. We have
All right.
updated. This is not Ashley's first time to be at Friday Live, but this is her latest. When you see her,
Zij is degene
I'm
die.
yet to see her and meet her in person, but this is her latest. This is how Ashley looks like now.
Actually, last time I
Beautiful
demoed, I was
subways.
blonde. So
And yes, if you have not followed Ashley on socials, please do so. Just look for Ashley Hawks with an S, watercolor. This is her Facebook art page, Ash Watercolor, and her beautiful website is here. On the
yep, it's
next
all
couple of
Ashley Hawks watercolor.
slides are some of the latest artworks of Ashley. If you remember the last time she demoed, we had lots of pet portraits on Spotlight. Today we see the other side of Ashley. Please,
I'm
Ashley.
coming out of the closet, you guys, that I am a sketchbook artist. Yeah, so this was let's see. I want to say 2023. My daughter and I carved her pumpkin together and it was sitting on the counter and I was laying on the couch and I'm like, I am painting that pumpkin. So that's what that is. Just love sketchbook work. It's relaxing and fun, and I can't wait to show you more. So that's what that was.
Mhm.
Um, so when we bought our house, we inherited the most adorable chicken coop that the previous owners built. So the sons and the dad worked together as their homeschool family, and they built this adorable chicken coop. They painted it red. We inherited their chickens as well, and we have, I mean, chickens just it gets out of control. So one day I just drug my chair out to the chicken coop amongst the poop and the dirt, and I just sat and I painted those chickens, and it was the most joyful. It was just the most joyful hour, and I love this page.
I love it.
This one's a little more recent. I did this for July World Watercolor Month. This was day one, I believe. This was the first sunflower of the season, and the sun was coming up, and I just drug. I have this really old, falling apart camping chair that I just keep at the front door. And anytime I just need a moment, I will drag that chair outside and I will just. I have a sketchbook kit I'm going to show you that's super easy and quick to get out. And I did this with sticks, quinacridone gold, and a couple other colors. So that's that. Okay, so the winter of 2024 was a brutal. It was absolutely brutal. We hunkered down inside. We had like 4 to 5 feet of snow, and I'm not being exaggerating. And so I spent a lot of time with inside with my daughter. I homeschool her. She's 14 now, and we love watching Jane Austen movies and series and anything Charles Dickens. And so what I would do is grab something from the kitchen, throw it on the coffee table, and I would just sketch it and paint it. So that's the top ramen. My boys love ramen, so there's that. I think doing that made me a better artist in general, just learning how to really draw what I see in front of me. This was 2023. I just had a surgery, had a kidney transplant, and a lady in my community brought me these little geraniums. This plant is now really big. But it was just special to me, so I decided to immortalize it in my sketchbook.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I am a huge Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit fan, and I hadn't done any human portraits, and I thought, Gollum, he's kind of half human, half something. But his eyes are so captivating. I love eyes. So there's There's Smeagol version, and then the next one, Ethel, if you go to the next one, we have his dark side, kind of his alter
Oh,
ego.
okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
the next one,
include this.
that's okay. We'll see it
Okay.
again. So we'll see
Okay.
his alter ego in a minute, but that's my Smeagol.
I could do that later.
Yeah, for
That's the
sure.
last image. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna switch my cameras really quick and we'll go to my desktop. So here we go. All right. So before I start painting, I just want to say a few things about sticks. I'm really into the sticks right now. And I'm into finding storage solutions, ways I can use them in the studio, how to put them in my sketching kit, those kind of things. So I'm going to show you just a few of those things and then we'll grab out my sketchbook. So obviously, I want to start with they come with this case, or like if you buy a set, they come in this case. Or you can buy the case by itself. I made the mistake of cutting mine apart, and so I had to tape it back together because I realized I didn't like it cut apart. It just kind of like I'm one organized person, so that you can have these stick sets. You can buy the stick sets, like I said, or you can just put together a little palette. I mean, guys, I'm going to show you today. I'm going to paint with 3 sticks and show you how many colors I can make. You don't need the whole range. I have the whole range because I have issues. But there's 62 sticks now. But literally you could just take 5 with you in your bag and you'd be good to go. So what's really fun is putting together palettes with the sticks. I'll sit there and like pick out 5 colors and put them in my bag and go. So I'm always using different colors. I don't have a set watercolor stick palette per se. It's just whatever I'm feeling. So okay, I I'm going to show you a travel option. Please don't laugh. This is so American. I can't even. This is my favorite way to carry sticks. If I'm traveling for a while and I want more sticks with me, I can carry 50 sticks in this bad boy. This is actually an ammo container from the sporting goods store. Anytime I'm at any store, my brain is like, what could I use in this area for art supplies? So my son loves guns and ammo and fishing and hunting. And I went on a little date with him and I ended up wandering and I found this. So anyway, it has to be a certain gauge. It's the it's yeah, so if you want to screenshot that or whatever, or just message me later, I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, this fits 50 sticks in it, and I'll just show you really quick how they're just, it's cool because if you're, like I said, if you're traveling or you're going to Fabriano and you want to take all your sticks with you, this can hold 50. I have 2 of these. Put a little foam in the top, close it, and those aren't going anywhere when you travel. So it's just something fun. And then in a minute, I'll show you, I have a mini case like that holds 20 that I keep in my bag. So I'll show you that in a minute. But the next thing, this is my current favorite way to kind of store the sticks. These are just like $3 tins you can get at the craft store, and they usually come with like sticky notes. I'm telling you guys, like when you think outside the box, anything can be art supply storage. So I get these at my local craft store, and they're just perfect for the sticks. I just shove as many as I can fit, but if you wanted to put like a little strip of foam here to keep them from moving around, you could do that. So those are fun. And I like the window because I can see which color range. So here's like my warm colors and leaning into red and then so on and so forth. So all
Ashley,
62 sticks fit in there. Yeah.
we have a nice comment. Everybody's enjoying your innovation here. And we have a nice comment saying that you could also use those for the palette itself.
Absolutely. There you go.
100%.
Open the lid. I've done it. I've done it. I've mixed on this lid. If you wanted to, there's tins that you can get that don't have a window, and I've spray painted the inside of the lid white with some glossy white, and there you go. You have a palette. I don't mix in a palette with sticks when I'm on the go. That's what I love about them. It forces me to kind of mix on the paper, and it adds so much interest to your work. So enough of that. Oh, and honorable mention. My son made me this for my sticks. I don't use
Oh,
it very
well,
often, but it's cute. So you can put your sticks. Some of them, it depends on if the paper, sometimes the paper will be like out a little bit. But anyway, isn't that cute?
That's fabulous.
Yeah, so my 20-year-old made that. I'm trying to get him to make more and start a business, but the ambition is not there yet. So we'll keep working on him.
Listen, Ana Candela's comment. Think outside the box. No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what
Oh,
you
I can't-
said. That's what you said, Ashley. So I thought it
Yeah,
was funny to think
that
outside the
is
box.
funny. It was no pun intended, but it's perfect. Okay, I'm really excited. So, here's my kit. Here's my sketchbook. This is just a little etcher sketchbook. They don't think they make this one anymore. It was like a limited time. Um, I make my own sketchbooks. Some of you may know that. But right now I'm trying to get through this one before I open another one. You know how it is. Like I will not let myself open another one until I finish it because it gets out of hand. Okay, so this is my little bag. I've had it forever. You can find something like this on Amazon. It's like a stand-up pencil case. So the reason that I love this, especially for the sticks, is this folds down. I hope you guys can see this okay. If I need to back up, I can. Get my mouse out of the way there. Okay, this is a napkin from a very fun dinner that I had with Sketches and Anna Marie and Caroline. I'm trying to think who else. There was a couple of us there. But these Italian napkins, like you can use them forever. So this is how I water control and wiping my brush and that kind of stuff. So it's a fun memory, but a good tool. So I've had that in there since May. All right. So everything's here. I can hold this on my lap. It can go on a tray table on an airplane. I mean, I just love this, having something so easy. So I've got kind of my pens and pencils and things in there. Got my travel brushes. I've got I am talking about sticks today, but I'll just show you quickly my palette. This is a little art toolkit palette. My friend Maria has a company called Art Toolkit, and I got all my Daniel Smith colors in there. So here you can see kind of what, if you go to like my Instagram or my YouTube channel or anything, you will see this palette. And so you can see what's in it. If you want to screenshot that, that's fine. I've got all 6 new colors in here and just a whole bunch of fun colors that I love. And I made a couple mixes of my own as well. So I really love that because look how slim it is. Just goes right there. And I like to put tape over my little swatch card so it stays nice. Okay, so the sticks. This is another little ammo case, and this one I put a little band around it just to keep it closed. I can flip that over and it goes back in. If I want to pull a stick out, I can. And I can just grab my little brush and paint on it like that. But generally, I'll just leave them in here. I know where each one is. And so so this is a palette right here. But if I want to pull them out, like I said, I totally can. So I really enjoy, this has just been so fun. I will tell you, I was up in the mountains recently painting. I had this on my lap and I'm sitting with my feet in a river and it tipped over and all my sticks went into the river, but luckily they just kind of like stayed in the rocks. They didn't go anywhere. So I was able to rescue them. They dried out beautifully and we're good to go. But yeah, that did happen. Okay. So I want to talk about this page. This is kind of new for me. I've been trying I was really inspired by Sabina's friend, Julie, is it Julie? She did a stick demo and I just love the looseness of it. And so I've been practicing in my sketchbook doing a little more loose because I've got things in here like that one's a little more loose. I really love that one. And this is all sticks. Let's see here. All kinds of, I think I have, nope. So here's one, just playing with making leaves. And I always like to put like what mixes I did and what colors did I use. It's just a lot of fun. So that's kind of what I want to demo today. That's when I was painting at the river and the sticks fell in the river. This is mixed media. I actually used some other things on top. So lots of swatching, guys. This is stick mixing. I was literally mixing on the tops of the sticks and then just putting it down on the paper. So you can see what a fun, I was trying to get some more like skin tones and things like that. So, all right, I'm not going to show you all these. We could be here all day. A lot of mixed media. That's just me playing with color. Can you guys guess what two colors those are? And then this was the other night while I was watching a movie. Little bumblebee. So, okay. So my adorable son this morning was getting ready to go to work, and I said, "Hey, it's raining and I just did my hair. Will you go grab me a plant?" And he did not just bring the plant. So this is a plant outside my kitchen window. It is a purple leaf sand cherry bush, and yes, I had to Google that. And in July it looked like this, but in September or October, gosh, October came fast. It looks like this. And so I thought it would be fun to paint this today using similar colors. I'm going to use 3 colors. And this is what I would do. I would go outside. I sat outside to do this in July. And there's something about, I usually, like when I do my pet portraits, it's from reference. But there's something really special about seeing what's in front of you, drawing the lines, the world disappears. And you go into this almost meditative space. So here we go. The brand of this bag. Don't even ask this. Like, it's not this bag. I had made a YouTube video about it and then it was sold out. So you can find something similar. Just, do a search. I did make a video recently on my YouTube channel. Anyway, something like this bag is really fun to have. So this clip, I have a magnet. It's a magnet clip because you can, when you have these metal palettes, it'll stick to your sketchbook. So that's why that has a magnet on it. Okay. Oh, I have to show you guys. So my son came in with so many things. He's so cute. He brought me a whole bunch of he came in with like his arms full of bushes and plants. He's just adorable, but that's one of them. I won't show you the giant rhubarb leaf he brought me, but but it's just so much fun. Like you can really find anything. Like you saw my ramen packets. You can sketch anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me what I'm painting. I've actually done the remote control in my sketchbook because I just needed something. Okay. I really like travel brushes for this. My favorites that help me loosen up are, just something like a natural hair. I've got these Escoda brushes. They're great. And
Okay,
generally, what's that?
Are they versatile brushes?
They are Reserva.
Reserva, no. So that they are Kolinsky. Reserva is Kolinsky.
Yeah, I actually went to an art supply swap down in Salt Lake City, Utah with the Salt Lake City Urban Sketchers, and I traded a different brand of gouache for these. So, because I didn't need that gouache anymore. So, all right. Because Daniel Smith has the best gouache in the world. So my setup is so simple. Like I said, it's just here. It's in my bag. I don't need a desktop. I really don't. I had my little cup of water trying to keep this plant alive till this demo. Okay. I'm only going to use 3 sticks today. So here we go. We've got Moon Glow, Serpentine, and Quinacridone Burnt Orange. And with these 3 colors, we will be able to make the colors on this. I know because I've already played around with it. When I did this one, you can see I took notes. There's so much value in taking notes. I don't know about you guys, but it just helps me remember the mixes. If I write it down, it's in there. So Moon Glow, and I used quinacridone sienna before, but I'm going to use quinacridone burnt orange because it's similar. It'll work. But I made this gorgeous color that looks just like this.
Yeah.
And that's because in the summertime, the stem of this plant, this sand cherry bush, is like this reddish color. And the veins on the leaves are also reddish. They're like this purpley. They're just gorgeous. And then in the fall, the whole plant turns that color. This is very lovely. Okay. You don't need a ton of brushes. You really don't need a ton of anything. I know art supplies, it can get out of hand. I do use ink a lot of times for black lines, but lately I've been using pencil because I really love the softness of it. But often in my sketchbook, you'll see me use ink. So I just like a carbon ink that's permanent, something plain, and a little fountain pen that's just, if you guys have any questions about any brands or anything, just message me, find me, and we'll talk about it. That way we don't use up all my painting time. This doesn't take long. This kind of stuff, like I've literally never finished a painting during one of my Daniel Smith demos because I'm always painting something that takes hours. But this kind of stuff, you can do it in 20 minutes. And that's what I love about this. There's no excuse not to paint. I've painted in a hospital bed. I paint in front of the TV. I mean, unless your hands are broken, I guess, or you're like blind. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we make excuses sometimes, right? And I find myself sometimes making excuses. I'm too tired or whatever. But once I pull everything out and I just start, immediately I'm transported. I'm not thinking about my problems or I'm not thinking about what I need to do later. I'm in the zone. You go into this beautiful place. And it's like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you're going to enjoy it. Also,
Actually, actually,
yeah.
let me read a comment by April. She says, I've never used the sticks, but they seem like they would be perfect to use while watching a movie or just being with a family instead of at my art desk.
Absolutely. Is my audio okay? I can switch to my headphones.
It's fine.
It's good.
Okay, somebody said that they're having issues, so maybe it's just on their end. Sorry about that. This is just a little soap dish. I love having this on my desk because when you set down a stick, you might get a little, as you can see, you might get a little paint, and I love having something that I can just clean off. So this is just a little ceramic soap dish. That's it. Nothing fancy. I also have a wooden one. This one I can't wash as easily, but it gets kind of rustic looking, which is fun. So this I don't use out in the wild. This is just on my desk. In the wilds of southeastern Idaho. Okay. I also have brushes that are a little bigger if I need to do a bigger washes and stuff. Something like that's fun. So I think I might use that for a minute to do some leaves. Okay. I'm gonna put that there so that if you guys want to do this along with me, maybe you can see it and you can kind of paint along. I'm gonna grab another clip. When your sketchbook gets towards the end, the pages are like, hey, we don't want to behave. Oh, I forgot. My water. What do I do for water? This is just like a container that had like ox gall or something in it. I don't remember. But I just wash it out and it's childproof because I spill it a lot and I need childproof containers apparently. Here's another one I like, just like a travel shampoo bottle. These are perfect. When I'm on the go, I can, whoops, don't overfill it. I can clean my brush and have water and then when I get home, I just change it out. Do I ever use water brushes? That's a good question. Yes, I do. So I don't love them, but when you're on the go and you're going fast and you just want to do something quick, they're nice to have. So these ones are, I have a shorty and they're just cheap. I actually got this one at the Dollar Tree. So here in the US. Really quick, I promise I'm not trying to delay painting. This is my little bag I take when I just have to run out the door. I cannot fathom being out in the world without art supplies. So this is my purse. And as you can see, I got my wallet, and Hobby Lobby receipt, of course. And then I have a tiny little sketchbook. So when I'm if I'm waiting in line at the car wash or at the doctor or whatever, I'm painting. So, I mean, sometimes I'm just watching. This is down in Salt Lake City at the Children's Hospital. Just sitting in the car after the appointment. So, we can always find time to paint. I made this. It was my son's truck. That's horrible. He actually was so mad at me. He's like, that is not what my truck looks like. It's like, look, I'm not Mark. I don't do vehicles. So This was just play. We just play. So anyway, this is a little sketchbook I made with one sheet of Arches paper. So, all right. This is my water brush. And this one I made from another brush. I just cut the brush and then I used gel nail polish and cured it. And now I've got a travel brush. This is just some lid from something. So yeah, I like to think outside the box. So there you go. And then the palette, real quick. Guys, I could talk art supplies for hours. I've got the little mini, look how many colors I have in there. Totally unnecessary, but I like all the colors. So yeah, the bag is no longer this bag. I don't know if you mean this bag or my other one, but that other one, the gray one, is no longer available. So anyway, I'm always, I mean, can you guys imagine just being somewhere and stranded and not having art supplies? Like, how horrific would that be? Okay, let's paint. So if I was out and about, I might keep the sticks in my little stick holder. But right now, I want you guys to see what I'm doing. And so I'm going to hold them like Rajat, I guess. I'll try. I paint a little wet, and so this is a little messy for me. There's been times that I've tried this and I had like paint dripping down to my elbows, but we'll try to keep it not so messy today. Okay, so we've got this. I like to do the leaves first and then anything, so lighter values first. Anything that looks lighter to me, leaves, we do that first, and then we can do the darker stem after. Because we can, remember, we can always put a darker value over a lighter value, but we can't do the opposite. So let's see here. Minnie, I have collected my sticks over time. So when I was going down to Salt Lake City for appointments before my kidney surgery, I would stop at Blick as a treat and I'd buy myself a stick or two. And then she asked the question about the cost. And then another thing I want to say is if you stop at the gas station or Starbucks every day and you're getting yourself a treat or you're getting a coffee or whatever it is, I stopped buying candy bars. I love candy. I love sour candy. I was stopping like once or twice a week and getting something at the gas station. And one day I realized that money could go towards art supplies. And so I stopped buying and I lost weight. So it's a bonus and I got healthy. So there's always ways you can find to build up your art supply collection one at a time. And plus they're like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. It's fun to collect. Okay. I mean, I'm serious, guys. I can't look at the chat because I will just go off on tangents all day. So the first thing I like to do is pick my colors. So I want to make this beautiful color. So I'm going to mix. I'm going to grab Moon Glow and I'm going to mix it with this quinacridone burnt orange, which is on my dot card. It's a favorite. See, I'm just going back and forth. I don't care if they get messy because at the end, I can wipe them on my little towel and they're clean again. So I'm just going to go right here. Look at that beautiful brown I just made. It needs a little more purple. So that's when you just, grab a little more. I say purple, but it's Moon Glow. There you go. We can go further. Look at that. It's getting closer. Now I coach people. I teach people how to paint pets. I teach people in general watercolor. One of the biggest things that I see, that when people come to me and say, my watercolors don't look fresh or flowy like yours do, I watch them. I'll say, hey, just swatch for me. I want to see you swatch. I watch them swatch, and this is what I see. I see they put down the paint and they go back and forth and they just keep going over it and trying to perfect it. And the problem with that is those pigments want to settle down into the paper. They want to just do what they're meant to do. And when we just keep going back and forth, it's not allowing them to have that freedom and that wildness. So I like to say, put down the paint and then And don't try to perfect it. I actually am a perfectionist, and so that's why I choose watercolor because it forces me, sorry, my camera keeps shaking. It forces me to get out of my comfort zone. It forces me to let go. It's like a form of therapy in a way. Yeah, I can come back and I can drop in color. I can soften edges, but I'm not using a heavy hand and going back. So hopefully, I don't know if that helps anybody, but it's been a game changer for a lot of my students. So like I can soften an edge. I know I'm just swatching, but this is all part of painting, is knowing how to lay down paint. And all we're doing when we paint something is laying down paint in a shape. So I'm going to go from this to laying it down in a leaf shape. It's really simple. It's really fun. So let's see if we can get closer to our color here. I'm gonna definitely need more of that violet-y tone. I tell you, I spent years swatching, just sitting at my desk, swatching, filling sketch. I've got 10 sketchbooks full of just swatching. My family used to tease me so bad. My sons and my husband would walk by and go, "Oh, you're swatching again? Are you ever gonna paint something?" And I thought, why do I have to paint something if I'm enjoying swatching? And swatching has led to me becoming a better artist because I understand how the paint moves and I understand all the different colors and what they do. All the pigments are so different. It's just incredible to begin to understand that paint. So let's go ahead and make a leaf. Let's get going on this. I'm just gonna, that was really purple. Um, it's just fun. I'm just gonna make a little leaf here. And you can use the shape of your brush. If you have a brush like this and you want to make a leaf, look, push down and you've got yourself a leaf. Now, if it's not dark enough, grab more paint, drop it in while it's wet. And look at all the nuance, the colors being so just, oh, how pretty is that? Now, if I'd mixed on a palette, it would just kind of be one color, which is fine. But I like to branch out a little bit. Get it? I like to branch out. It's bad, guys. It's bad with the dad jokes around here, and it's just like it's rubbing off on me.
It's again, no pun intended, right?
Right? Yes. Yeah, my son, he's almost 19, and he every year for like the last 5 Christmases has asked for joke books. So that's the situation. We love it. He brings so much joy to our home. Keeps us laughing. Okay, I've got a little kind of greenish leaf here. Let's grab some of that serpentine. Serpentine. Every time I say that, I think of the movie Cars because he's yelling serpentine. Yeah, anyway, my boys were in love with cars when they were little and it's just special. All right, here we go. We're gonna make a little leaf and hopefully it's greenish. Yep.
Ashley, your love for your children is coming through this demo in such a beautiful way. And I'm just sitting here smiling,
Oh,
and you're very blessed. Thank you for sharing.
thank you. I homeschooled my boys from the age of, let's see, they were in second and third grade, and I was kind of forced into it. I did not want to do it. And it was the most beautiful. It was beautiful. Sorry, I'm gonna cry. Um, I'm grateful. It was hard. So really, really hard. Um, but it led to me painting again. I was doing photography up until then and something had to give. I mean, and it was like it's not gonna be the kids. They're not gonna be the one to give. So I gave up photography. And that's when I started painting again. So it's just a beautiful gift. Now they're about to leave the nest and it's just crazy. Funny story. A lot of people ask, like, are your kids into art? Funny story, when my son was 10, he expressed a slight interest in art. And I got a little too excited. And so all he got for Christmas that year was art supplies. So everybody who asked what he wanted for Christmas, I was like, oh, art supplies. The poor kid, like, he just, I mean, see, I just made a mess. It's fine. That's a leaf now. It's a leaf. Yeah, it's just so funny. He was like, well, I maybe wanted like something else, like maybe he was so cute. He was so grateful, but I could tell he was disappointed. Poor guy. He survived it. He's fine. But yeah, I kind of dampened the mood for the art at that point. He's back into art now, actually. He's 20 and he is painting oils and he's incredible. He's a little shy about it, but April says she homeschooled. That's awesome. Yeah, it was quite a surprise for me. I thought I was gonna not love it and ended up it was hard, but we are oh man, that you can't get that time back. Okay, I'm gonna bring in a little green now. You see how fun this is? I've got 3 colors. How easy would these be to just throw in your bag and go? You don't need any fancy storage solutions. Grab your, get a plastic case from Daniel Smith and off you go. So I brought in green and look at that weird color. I don't even care because here's the thing. My sketchbook is a safe space. It's a place where I can make hideous art if I want to. I can swatch, I can do whatever and then I close it and turn the page. Okay, I'm just gonna make some vines really quick. I'm gonna see what we got here. I'm gonna mix I'm gonna mix the burnt orange. Let's just say brown. I'm gonna make brown. I'm gonna make the orange and the green together. We'll make a really pretty color. So just gonna put it here first to see what we've got. It's a little thick. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you haven't tried the sticks, they're so pigmented. I mean, I barely touched that and had like so much. Look at this. Look at that pigment. They're so fun. So let's look at our leaves here. We're gonna start making a vine. I'm excited to see who's painting along at home. I think probably Anna. She's always good about that. But if any of you want to show at the
I
end,
am. And I'm
awesome.
loving the combinations, Ashley. Thank you.
I love it. It's so fun.
Yes, it's super fun. Everybody join, hopefully.
Yeah, grab whatever you have. If you don't have sticks, grab your paint. Grab just 3 colors, even 2 colors, and just go. So we'll make some vines. So the one I did before, I used pencil first and I sketched it really loose, like really loose and wild sketching, just crazy. And I didn't color all of the leaves that I drew, and it just turned out really fun. But I like to change things up. I think that's why I haven't really shared a lot of my sketchbook stuff, is because it's very, I don't know, it's very private to me because it's like, it's my safe space. My sketchbook's a safe space where I just create for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I love to be skippy with my brush, like just kind of skip around. Try not to make perfect lines. It's a fight, I tell you what, because I'm sorry, I keep saying I tell you what, because I was just watching King of the Hill and with my nephew. He's 27, but he's got special needs and he loves King of the Hill and he says that all the time. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's all good. So yeah, sketchbook. If you don't have a sketchbook, or if you're trying to be too perfectionist in your sketchbook, I challenge you to let go, even if it was expensive, even if you paid good money for it, even if you bought one from me and it's still in the wrapper and you all know who you are. Just play. So I'm gonna splash some water on this because it's too perfect. I don't like the perfection of it. So I'm always doing this. Grab your brush, dip it in some water, and splash. Have some fun. Maybe grab 2 sticks and you're gonna run your brush across them. It's wet. It's got a lot of water in it. It's very wet. And you're gonna just make some splash, get a little more water. Let it be messy. See what happens. Have some fun. Make this a little more. And then as you go, like this is our first layer. As you go, you can start looking, what do we have going on here? Do we have darker areas? Are the leaves folding? You can start to see like right here, we've got a little fold. We can actually make it darker. And I'm not gonna make never gonna paint the leaves exactly how I see them. That's what's fun about being an artist is we have that creative license and we do what we want. We get to do what we want. There's no rules. Let go of the idea of needing to follow the rules. I mean, it's good to learn how others have done it in the past. It's good to learn kind of, techniques and stuff. But then you get to go, okay, this is mine now. I learned the rules and now I'm going to break them. You get a little too much water, clean your brush off, pull it back. The brush is kind of like a sponge. If I want to lift while it's wet, look at that. I can. If I don't like what I did, I leave it. You're never gonna make your painting better by overworking it. That's one of the things that I always laugh when I'm teaching a student and I'm watching them paint. They'll do something maybe that they don't like, and they're like, oh no, oh no. And then they're trying to and it just becomes a mess. And so I always say, put your hands in the air. I'm like, put your hands in the air. We're gonna let it dry. Because you can always layer on top of that, and that ends up becoming something interesting. So fight the urge to fix it. Be like Bob Ross, say it's a happy accident and roll with it. Or, hey, that's not a mistake. It's a bird now. Whatever you got to do, just to let go. Isn't this different than my pets? Because with my pets, I'm very precise. And so that's why I love this. This is my way of letting go. Whoops. See, I'm messy, guys. You can splatter. Look at that. Let's get crazy. Have fun with it. Now sticks, if you're like me and you paint really messy, I love this about the sticks. I'll grab whatever I've got that I'm using for wiping my brush on, and before I put them away, I just dab them, get rid of excess water. And let's see here. I always get this awesome little crater. Do you love that? That's my favorite. The little crater you start getting in the top. It's so satisfying. These last forever. I actually call these the everlasting gobstoppers of watercolor because I swear to you, I have had, let me show you. I've got a stick I've had, if I can find it, for, I think I've had this for 4 years and use it extensively. This is my little neutral tint. I bought this 4 years ago, guys. We're still going. And I'll use the bottom if I need a big wash for a pet portrait or something. I'll get I have a little dish and I'll swirl it in water. So the bottom is how I get a huge wash. And if you can see this, it's so hollowed out. The top is where I use my tiny little brush to get lots of that gorgeous neutral tint pigment. So yeah, these last forever. All right. I need to let that dry for a minute because like I said, if I keep trying right now, it's just going to become a mess. And when I'm out and about, I don't have a hair dryer or heat tool. And so I have to practice that restraint and let it dry. So what I'm going to do is go over here and maybe we'll just have a little fun, see what we can do with this leaf. This is from our little maple tree out by our mailbox. And every fall it turns blazing red. So this is a leaf that hasn't quite fully turned yet. Let's do this. Let's grab the quinacridone burnt orange and make our base, and we'll drop in the green. That will be fun. So here we go. Okay, check it. That's lots of pigment here. Look at how thick I could get it. But I don't want that. I want a nice base. Let's bring in purple. I feel like the orange, so the quinacridone burnt orange by itself, it's really bright. I want to kind of take it down a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit. Let's see what that'll do. See that? I'll just play with that idea. So I'm going to just do my leaf. I'm gonna start here. I'm using the tip of the brush to give me those like, the little leaf edges that are kind of rough. I want that there. I'll never forget what Thomas Schaller said on his last demo. It has stuck with me, and it was to leave white on the paper, like just to leave a little, the white peeking through here and there allows the painting to breathe. And that blew my mind. And so I've really been working with that idea lately, just trying to like not cover every little inch of what I'm painting, but maybe leave like a little white spot here or there. Allow the painting to breathe. Love that. I'm gonna get lots of water. I'm just gonna go crazy. I've been told I use too much water, and I just don't really care. That's how I have some fun. It's watercolor, add water. It's like the main ingredient. And the cool part is, watercolor does dry lighter. It's going to. It's just the nature of it. You paint something, you walk away, and come back to it, and you're like, wait, where did my paint go? It's just the nature of it. So you have to layer. Lately, I've been having issues with going too dark too soon. So it's kind of a gift, I guess, to paint with lots of, see how fun that is? It's just fun. And we can drop in anything we want. Like over here, the leaf is starting to get brown. Let's drop in a little moon glow. Let's just play with that idea. If it's still wet, it'll merge. If it's not, it'll just sit there. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna grab my serpentine. And we're gonna start dropping it in. Let's get some green going. I'm encouraging it to move with just a little water. Does anybody have questions? I feel like I'm just talking your ears off a little bit.
No questions, but I'm really enjoying watching you paint.
Oh, thank you, Sketches. I'm so glad you're here. Warms my heart. It's funny, every time she and I went to go do sketching and when we were in Bologna together, we ended up just talking for hours and no painting happened, but that's okay.
Ashley, do you paint mostly in your studio or do you go out and do plein air painting?
Oh my gosh, I do both. Oh, so studio is for like my pet portraits and the commissions and the teaching I teach in my studio. But I try every single day to take this sketchbook somewhere, whether it's my husband will go get groceries in the store. I'll sit in the car and paint the barn that I see across the highway. Or, every day I try to open my sketchbook. Whether every night I sit with my daughter and we do something together after I'm done working, and I will pull out my sketchbook. And she just knows that. She knows that's what's happening, and she loves watching me paint. No interest to join me. But yeah, it's a good question.
And
So,
you mostly use your studio palette when you're inside. And then the convenience of what you showed us earlier, your travel kit, that's what you take when you go out.
exactly. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but I have a kit next to my couch that's similar to this. This one's in a bag that I can take on the go. Just grab my bag and I head out. I actually got a really cool faux leather bag when I was in Italy. That's perfect. It fits my sketchbook and my kit, and I just sling it over my shoulder and away I go. But then, and then you saw the one in my purse because I'm so scared of being like away from home without art supplies. So I have a couple kits. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a question on the Zoom side saying from April asking, do you like cold or hot press best in your sketchbook, or do you use more of a mixed media sketchbook? This is a great question to be asking, Ashley, by the way.
Such a good question. I don't love hot press. I've tried it. I actually last year when I went to Italy, I made myself a sketchbook, a gorgeous sketchbook. And I used hot press because I was trying to challenge myself. And I ended up just not painting as much. I just didn't love it. So yeah, I'm definitely a cold press kind of girl. Or I really like the Fabriano Artistico soft press, and nobody makes that in a sketchbook. So that's why I started making my own. And then next to my couch, I have like four, I have four different mixed media sketchbooks. I've been playing with like oil pastels over watercolor. It's so much fun to explore. So yeah, it is a great question. I'm obsessed with paper. If I spend money on anything, art supplies, it's watercolors and paper. So it's a great, great question. All right, we're killing this thing. See, that's the thing. If I start feeling like it's too tight, I'm gonna start like just flicking water on it. Oh yeah. Just dip your hand in your water and get crazy. Because that was my struggle when I first got into watercolor, is that I was just so tight. Everything looked cartoony to me. I have a cactus painting in my bedroom that I cherish. I made it when I really first got back into watercolor. Um, and oh boy, I just cherish this painting, but it looks like a cartoon. I didn't understand values. I didn't understand flow or loosening up. I wasn't getting it, and that's okay because it's part of my journey and it's so beautiful. But I love that painting. It reminds me of times when I just was still, in the infancy of painting. But yeah, we're all on a beautiful journey. I always like to think of it like this. Sometimes we look at, we go on social media or whatever, and we see other people and we look at it like they're above us on the ladder. Or maybe we see somebody we think are below us. And this is good for life in general. Turn that ladder on its side. It's not a hierarchy. It's not who's better or who's worse. It's we're just on different parts of our journey. And that can change everything for you when you start seeing it that way. And then you can be happy for those who are better than you because you realize, hey, I could be there. I just need to keep practicing. So it's a heterarchy, not a hierarchy. Let's see here. I feel like these three colors are so fun. I think next week on live, we're actually going to be kind of talking about fall colors. So we're going to talk about that autumn set we've got. That's Rose of Ultramarine, Aussie Red Gold, and Undersea Green. So that's another really fun combination. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry and I'm coming back over here. I am going to take some of these wet spots and let them bleed out a little bit. You see how cool that is? Just barely. See, I am touching the paint, but I'm being so gentle. Let's give a little more violet coloring to this. Okay, so this leaf is behind. I'm going to darken it. I want to show that it's behind this one. I'm going to give it some depth. That's what I mean by like my paintings looking like cartoons, is that they just lacked a little depth. No biggie. You just have to think about your lights and your darks. So if I ever make a line that I feel is too perfect, I'll use my finger to mess it up, or I'll come in with a damp brush and just mess it up a little bit. It's kind of a rebellion in a way. It's like an act of rebellion for me, just against myself. An act of rebellion against myself because I know my tendencies. Let's make this one darker too. Moonglow is so fun. Everybody, we're just here for it. I love Shadow Violet in my palette, so it's not in stick form yet, unfortunately, but I always have Shadow Violet in my palette. I just like it because it's kind of like a toned down version of Moonglow. It's just a little more like moody. It's got an attitude. So I'm
Ash,
grabbing a smaller, yeah.
what's the color mix again for that very bottom kind of lavender swatch with a little touch of orange? The
This
one
one.
right, yes.
That was just Moonglow, and then added a little of the quinacridone burnt orange. And it's just a little watery. That's why it looks lavender.
It's
Good
gorgeous.
question.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so now I want to add some veins to these stems. The paper's dry. We can just layer that gives it a little depth.
Ashley, we have a question here in Zoom. Do the sticks granulate as well as the tubes?
Oh yeah, same pigment, guys. Same exact pigment. It's just got it's dried, so it doesn't have as much water in it. Good question. And it'll just depend on the pigment, obviously. If it's a granulating pigment, it's exactly the same as what you find in the tube. Good question.
Thank you.
I love granulation. It's funny, I took a class in high school, watercolor class. And it was an old school, teacher. He's pretty up there, and I think he's past retirement age. And he was like, avoid granulation at all costs. Never use black, never use white. You know what I'm talking about. And now we embrace it. I think times are changing. I think we're the watercolor world, we're starting to loosen up. We're starting to just chill out and do what we want. I love it.
What you're hitting on there also, Ashley, is the different traditions between the different countries. So that's a
Oh,
lot
I
of fun.
love that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see how we're international.
Yeah. Yep. And at the end of the day, it's diversity and it's so beautiful. But at the same time, you do what you want, you know? Learn from the masters, try it, practice it. I love that. But at the end of the day, do what you want. What makes you happy? Why are we painting if we're following rules?
What size brush are you using?
This is an itty bitty little size 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have like a big brush for those bigger areas, and then it's good to have a small one for these little, veins. Technically, these veins are like a red color, but I'm feeling rebellious today, I tell you.
Actually, time check. There are in theory 3 minutes left.
How many?
3.
Oh, sweet. Look at me. I'm gonna finish a painting for once on Daniel Smith Live.
We have a comment. It's actually for John. I just wanted to read it out loud because it's beautiful. And it is from, oh, I just lost it. It's from Kim. She says, "Thank you, John, for having these opportunities to get the ambassador's perspective of the products and how to use them. The variety of perspectives and the sharing of different techniques has been invaluable. I love seeing the mixes, granulating, and expression is fabulous. Thank you, John."
You're so very welcome.
Oh, amen.
John, are we going to have a demonstration with some of the metallic paints before Christmas, do you think?
That sounds good. Let me talk to
We are.
Letiz. I think there we
Yeah,
go.
I think we are.
Affirmation.
Okay, wonderful.
I have
Super.
a feeling.
Thank you very much. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we love those luminescents. I feel like they don't get enough airtime, huh?
And you should watch yesterday's session because we had a lot of sparkly Primatech.
All right. Well, this is still pretty wet. But I feel like I want to see what other people have done today. Can we look and see what we've got going on in the gallery? Oh, Anna. Anna painted. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, we got to show that. And Anna Marie. Ooh, that's pretty.
Pretty.
Ooh, I love that red leaf right in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in different colors.
Gosh, Valentina. Oh my gosh, I love it.
What fun.
Lovely.
Did you guys have fun?
Oh, yes.
That's what matters.
I appreciate
Yeah.
Thank
you very much for this.
Oh, they're
Yes,
beautiful.
Susan.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sketches. She's
There's
over here with
more.
her leaves.
Karen also. Karen, you have your background blur effect on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to change it. Oh,
Karen, hi. Karen's one of my previous
hi.
students. I have to say hi specially.
Very nice.
I
We have
was,
two Karens. Karen
this was
Frost.
outdoors.
Beautiful
Thank
sketches.
you.
Going to see movies.
Karen, if you just move back a little, it will probably focus.
Put it up to your face. Just put it in front of your face and it should, well. And Helen, oh my gosh, guys.
Let me see who
Constance.
else.
I think
Oh, there's Constance too.
Yeah.
Let me just take up. And then put Constance. Who else? Oh, that's it.
Amazing.
Hey.
Thank you guys for painting along. That made my day.
Oh, thank you, Ashley.
It was fun,
Thank
Ashley.
Very nice, Ashley.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're a
thank
great
you
teacher.
guys.
Yes.
Thank
You did very
Ashley.
good, inspiring the other artists. What a nice things you guys painted, all of you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You guys are
Excellent.
amazing. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Susan.
Very
Sketches, you're
Ashley, good
amazing.
program.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
It
you
was
guys.
really good, Ashley. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ashley.
Bye,
Thank you, everybody.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Ashley,
everyone.
thanks.
Have a
Have
good
a wonderful
Thank you,
weekend.
Ashley.
Happy